So did you guys notice that when you're with the narcissist is always complaining about stomach problems? You've asked yourself a question as to why the narcissist is always complaining. They always have stomach issues, you know. Also for the victims, the same thing happens. You start having a lot of indigestion, constipation. I remember back in the days, I experienced bloody stools. So this is not like for everybody, but I think majority of people who have been with them, they already know what I'm talking about. So something that you guys have to understand, the narcissist has got very dysfunctional, disturbing feeding habits and eating habits. So when the narcissist is your parent, either they will underfeed you. You've seen some families, those dysfunctional families, sometimes you see kids having a lot of these disorders, stomach disorders. They're looking like they're sick. They're underfed, you know. Sometimes even sometimes they're not giving them any meals. They have less to eat, not because the food is not there. The food is there, but you're dealing with a demon. And this person doesn't want you to look your best, right? Sometimes when they prepare the food, it can be cooked properly, and then they are going to give you a lot of it. Or sometimes it can be cooked halfway, and you're actually going to be eating raw food, you know, if it's those beef, you know, meats and beef or whatever, chicken. You are even sometimes going to eat half-cooked meat. Even if the food is cooked over or cooked properly, you will have a lot on your plate. So they're going to give you food that is supposed to be consumed by 2 people, even 3 people sometimes. So you guys, when you're with those guys and you went into that relationship looking healthy, because of course they was attracted to you because you was, you know, looking nice and, you know, you're taking care of yourself. And then you're in that relationship 3, 4 months, 6 months, you realize that you're starting to gain weight, you know. You are 20 kilos heavier, 30 kilos heavier. And now they are going to start complaining about your weight. They will not complain. They will not complain about the food you give them, the feeding habits. They will complain about your weight. So they will not tell you what the problem is even. So me, I think the problem I had was overweight. I got very overweight, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very overweight. I earned a few extra pounds. Is it a few? A lot of extra pounds. And I remember one time going to the doctor, and the doctor told me that your weight is too much compared to your height. So, you know, you need to get more into exercises, you know, working out. Try to cut on the food you eat, you know, eat healthy. And sometimes if you're not even careful, and then narcissists, they have got evil plans for you, like they always do. We already know that they have got a lot of evil plans. They can poison the food, you know. So you've heard about this food poisoning, you know. Somebody poisoned their whole family. And they found the whole family dead, or the whole family ended up in hospital because they had the problem with the health, you know. Those kind of stuff. It's very disturbing, ladies and gentlemen. I will guarantee you this. is very disturbing. These individuals, they do not have a normal cycle or way, healthy way of eating. I know about some people who have been with narcissists, and then they're looking like they're skinny and bones, you know? They look like skinny and bones. And you're asking them, hey, are you not eating at home? Or, you know, my mother didn't give me the food. Sometimes the mother or the father, they denied them dinner, supper, whatever, lunch. They had nothing to eat. They starved their own children. A lot of you guys who are dealing with these narcissistic parents, they can starve their own children. And then, of course, they will know that, oh, this kid is, you know, they're becoming ill. And then they will, of course, come in and give you a meal or two, you know, the stuff like that. So it's very dangerous dealing with these individuals. Dysfunctional, everything is dysfunctional. Everything about them is dysfunctional, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are dealing with little babies. You're dealing with a small child, you know. Even your child might be more mature emotionally than the narcissist. So you have got this big guy with a lot of muscles, with a very big beard, but highly dysfunctional. So they do not have any way, normal way of operating. They do not have normal, healthy operating patterns, you know. When I left the narcissist, that was the end of my problems. Guys, you cannot believe it. Let me tell you something. When I left the narcissist, it was the end of my problems. I just got out of that energy. There was no more skin problems. There was no more stomach problems. Yes, I struggled a bit because my body was healing. So I struggled a bit in those the early weeks or so, you know, the early weeks, maybe even sometime couple of months, maybe 2 months, because I was healing. So I was, you know, implementing these healthy eating habits, taking care of myself. So my body started healing and everything was okay. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, it was a nightmare, you know. Then they'll come around and you meet them outside. They're wearing suits, so, you know, they are putting on these best clothes and the best makeup. And they're telling everyone that, oh, things are all right at home. Everything is nice. Things are okay. Oh, how is family? Oh, the kids are fine, you know. There's no problem over there. And they're going back home just to kill their own children. Obesity. You guys in the US, you have a problem with this obesity, you know. I do not necessarily mean that everybody who is obese, they're dealing with a narcissist. Because they could personally have their own problems, addictions to food or stuff like that. But sometimes even obesity can be caused when you're with these guys. You have a wife who is overfeeding you. They're not warning you about your weight. The only thing you see is food on the plate. A lot of it. Food that is supposed to be consumed by 3 people, 4 people. It's on your plate. And should you attempt not to eat that food, it's going to be a problem. You know? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's dangerous it's very dangerous. Almost, I can say, almost all. Maybe not necessarily all, because I don't remember the other ones. But I remember a couple of them that I've been with, these narcissists. They complained about stomach, something with the stomach. You know, sometimes they're having a problem to go to the toilet. And should you mention it that, should you tell those guys that you have a problem with your eating, you should change the way you eat, you're going to see fire in the house. You cannot say anything, ladies and gentlemen. Your speech, your voice is gone a long time ago. They have taken your voice. They're the ones with your voice. You know? sicknesses, diseases, uncooked food, overcooked food, or sometimes no food at all. And now you're living with that kind of person. How is your health going to look like? So it's an informational video that, of course, you may be out there. You have this this mother or this father. They have got the money to feed you, but they don't feed you very well. They do not have the ability to feed their own children. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're talking about these dysfunctions, you have to understand these people, they are broken. They cannot take care of you themselves, first of all. So there is no reason for you to believe that they're going to take care of you. It can't happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it can't happen. When you have got your children, if you're the healthy father, maybe you have got a narcissistic wife, pay very close attention to your children. Monitor the way they are eating, monitor their meals, monitor their health. Are they complaining about stomach problems? Are you guys always running in and out to the doctors about health issues and stuff like that, stomach issues? You'll best believe there's a narcissist in that vicinity. It could be your wife. So beware, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, if you have seen it, let us know in that comment section below what has been your experience as well. If you're the one who is still doubting and you're having problems, your mother didn't cook, they're starving you, sometimes you're going days without food, or sometimes they're even overfeeding you, there's a red flag right there. That person can be narcissist. They have got this thing in their mind, in their brain. They do not know the proper way to feed. That one I can guarantee you 110%. So of course, let us know what you think in the comment section below. You guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session, ladies and gentlemen. Support me. For the most of you guys who have been supporting me along my journey, I thank you very much. I received these funds and I put these funds in the right place to deliver better. That's what I do. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Of course, there's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.